Hello, I'm Kate Souter from the University of Colorado, and I'm here today as a co-chair of the Stakeholder Engagement Working Group to share with you our SMART goals for the next 6 months. Many of you will remember that in March of 2019, the Strategic Planning Task Force asked all of the ECHO working groups to do 3 things. First, to identify professional societies and organizations who may have an investment in ECHO research. Second was to provide resources aimed at child health and research gaps, such as consensus documents, white papers, or U.S. Preventative Services Task Force publications. And third was to highlight 2 to 3 outstanding research gaps from these resources or outside of these resources that could be used to guide ECHO-wide research moving forward. All of the submissions were reviewed by the SPLAT Force and used in their planning purposes for the ECHO-wide efforts. The Stakeholder Engagement Working Group now wants to carry forward this effort to facilitate investigator-level planning of future ECHO-wide analyses. So our first goal is to take all of the information, all of the submissions that you provided, and condense them to 1 to 2 page resource documents, one for each of the 5 ECHO outcome working groups, so that it's easy to highlight the research gaps and questions that are particularly of interest to the end user stakeholders. We plan to do this for the 5 ECHO outcome working groups by March 31st of 21. Our process for doing this is dedicating monthly meeting time to work on the end user gaps document, and then to present these resource documents to the 5 outcome working groups in April. Our second goal, in parallel with this, is to plan a session for the ECHO Spring meeting to encourage front-end engagement with end user stakeholders. We want to have a stakeholder engagement working group member on the planning team and use that to plan a breakout session where we can go over these documents in more detail and think through how can we use the gaps already identified by end user stakeholders to begin conversations about what questions to answer moving forward. Our third goal is to support ECHO investigator research presentations to end user stakeholder organization reps. We'd like to do 2 of these by the end of March. The process for this is that we are currently reviewing all of the ECHO publications that have been accepted by peer-reviewed journals for relevance specifically to end-user stakeholder priorities. Once we identify these, we contact the writing team lead and ask them if they're interested in identifying particular end-user stakeholders that find this work relevant and connecting with them in coordination with the NIH Program Office team to facilitate these presentations where we go over the results, affirm relevance to the end user stakeholders' work, and then begin the front-end conversation of where do we go with this next? What follow-up questions that can we address? What further information do you need so that ECHO research can truly inform the end user stakeholders' practices, policies, and programs? Thank you.